All right, guys, here we go. Review for test 28. Getting close to the end. All right, number one just says write an augmented matrix for the system. So when you make the augmented matrix, you're putting the coefficients over here and the constant terms over here. Draw a little broken line in between to separate. That's all you can do for number one. Just set it up. Okay, don't miss that one. Just set it up. 2 and 3 gonna take a little bit of work. Actually gonna set up the matrix again. Set up that augmented matrix. Got 3, 4, 7, -5, 2, 10. And remember what I'm trying to do. I need to get a zeros and ones where I want them. Let's start with the first column. There's 0 right there. So I'm going to multiply the top row, everything by 5 to give me a 15, a 20, and a 35. And the whole bottom row by 3, which gives me a -15, a 6, and a 30. And I'm going to just add all those numbers and replace my bottom row. My top row is going to stay the same. I'm going to change that later. Add the blue numbers, 15 and -15 is 0, 20 and 6 is 26, 35 and 30 is 65. And what happens here, I need to get that 26 to become a 1, so I'm going to divide that row by 26. 26 happens to go in there 2.5 times, so I'm going to put 5 halves right there. 3, 4, 7. Now I just got to fix the top row when we're done. I need that 4 to become a 0, so I'm going to multiply the whole bottom row by -4. 0 times -4, 1 times -4. 5 halves times -4 would be -10. I'm just going to add those up. Blue number 0 plus 3. Blue numbers on the bottom to the top row. -4 and 4, -10 and 3. The blower outside. 0, 1, 5 halves. Now I'm really done. Just got to divide that top row by 3, which is going to be a 1, a 0, and a -1. So my X answer is -1. That's terrible. I'll try that one more time. Sorry about that. My X answer is -1. My Y answer is 5 halves. All there is to it. Let's do one more of those. Number 2, same kind of problem. Start by setting it up. 3, 2, 6, 2, -3, -9. And again, always start with the first column. I want that to be a 0. 1, 2, 3, and 2 go into. They both go into 6. So I'm going to multiply the top row by -2. So I get one of them be a -6. It'd be -6, -4, -12. I'm going to multiply the bottom row by 3. +6, -9, -27. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my second row by adding those red numbers. Top row stays the same. And if I add -6 and 6, -4, -9, -27, and -12. Now the beautiful thing about that is 13 goes into 39, so I'm going to divide the whole second row by -13. I get 0, 1, and 3. That's 3, 2, and 6. Now, I want to fix my top row, get the 0 first. I want that 2 to go away to become a 0, so I'm going to multiply the bottom row by -2, so that 1 becomes a -2 underneath it. When I do that, let's see what happens. I'm adding the red numbers on the bottom to the blue numbers on the top. That's 3, that's 0, and that's 0. 0, 1, 3. And to finish up, I'm going to divide the whole top by 3 because I need a 1 where that 3 is right there. And if I do that, I get 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 3. So my final answer is my X is 0, my Y is 3. Those might be the 2 longest ones on the test. Hope those are okay. Number 4, solve using a calculator. Guys, what we're going to do here, you won't know I'm doing this, but I'm going to stop the video and just punch in my calculator. I'm going to matrix and eventually hitting RF. It's hard to go through those steps on the video because I can't show you my calculator. If you have trouble with those, please come see me tomorrow before the test. We'll walk through it real quick. And just like that, there's the 2 answers I got for those 2 after I plugged them in the calculator. And again, if you need help on those calculator steps, please come see me. Too easy to miss those because your calculator does all the work for you. Thank goodness. You saw the one in class, it took forever. All right, number 6. Solve this one. So I'm going to say, can't find the same base. So I'm going to do log both sides. So I'm going x log 3 equals log 25. Let's divide both sides by log 3. Got log 25 divided by log 3. And again, just going to punch it in the calculator real quick. Getting log 25. Remember, you can also do natural log if you want to, which is actually what I'm punching in my calculator. I'm getting 2.9299. Number 7, solve a log equation. Now, the log has subtraction on the left-hand side. Remember, you can't subtract logs. Instead of subtracting, you divide. So I'm going that. Now, also remember, when there's no base written, the base is 10. So I'm going to do 10 to the -1 power. And if you do 10 to the -1 power, that means you flip. Remember, negative x, when it flips, it makes it 1/10. Equals x over x plus 3. Going to cross multiply here. That's 10x. Cross multiply there, it's x plus 3. Move the x over. Divide by 9, you get 3 knots, which is really 1/3. Check it real quick, make sure it keeps it positive. It does, we're all good. Number 8, there's 2 ways you can do this in your calculator. The way this is, use the change of base formula, which means change it to base whatever you want, which means you can do log 19 over log 3. You could do ln 19 over ln 3, or you can go find the log button on your calculator and punch in that way. Log 19 divided by log 3. I'm getting 2.68. So no matter which way you go, that's what you should get. All right, a bunch of matrix operations here. Number 9 says D plus A. That's adding this one and this one. And you just add straight across. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 4 is 5. 1 plus 3 is 4. Don't have to write that one down, really. Number 10, F minus C. So I'm doing this one first minus that one. The order's important there. So I'm going 3 minus the 1, which is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. And negative 1 minus 6 is negative 7. All right, number 11 says negative 5 times E. Negative 5 is called a scalar, remember? Just multiplying everything in matrix E times negative 5. Matrix E is right here, so it's being negative 5, negative 15, negative 10, negative 30. There you go. Number 12, D times C. Now I'm going to have to do a little work on this one. Matrix D is all ones. I'm going to bring it down here a little bit. It's all ones, 1, 1, 1, 1. Matrix C is a lot of ones, 1, negative 1, negative 1, 1. And because they're both 2 by 2s, I'm allowed to multiply because of those. And my answer is also going to be a 2 by 2. So once I multiply those, remember how we go here. I'm going across, down, across, down. I'm going to go across that row, down that one. If I cross the front row and down, I'm getting 1 plus negative 1 when I multiply. Now I'm going this way. I'm going across the front row, down the second column, down the first row. Sorry, across the first row, down the second column. So 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Finish with the top row, so I'll go on the second row times first column. Getting 1 plus negative 1 again. There's going to be a bunch of zeros, it looks like. And then lastly, second row, second column. I'm going to do that to get negative 1 plus 1. So sure enough, I'm getting all 0, 0, 0 matrix. And one more multiplication. Before I do that, I'm going to erase the work on the bottom. A times B. A is 1, 2, 4, 3. Put that down here also. 1, 2. And the order matters. Make sure you put matrix A first. Matrix B is negative 3, 5, 2, negative 1. And again, they're both 2 by 2s, so I know I'm good. Just going to multiply and add here. And again, I'm going across the first row, down the first column, across, down. 1 times negative 3, 2 times 2. There's that one. I'm now going across the first row, down the second column. 1 times 5, 2 times negative 1. Second row, first column, second row, first column. 4 times negative 3, 3 times 2. And lastly, second row, second column, second row, second column. 20 plus negative 3. Just going to add those up, put them up here under my answer. Using 1, 3, negative 6, and 17. And there you have it. All right, one more. 3F minus 2C. So I'm going to go 3F down here first. 3F. If I do 3 times F, multiply everything in there by 3. 9, 9, negative 3, negative 3. Minus 2C. I'm going to leave the minus sign outside and just multiply everything in C times positive 2. You could also put a plus sign and multiply by negative 2. That's your choice. 2 times 1, 2 times negative 1, 2 times negative 1, 2 times 1. Now I'm just going to subtract straight across to put my answer here. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus negative 2 is 11. Negative 3 minus negative 2 is negative 1. Negative 3 minus positive 2 is negative 5. And there you go. 15, given that 4 is a 0, find the other zeros. Okay, one good thing about this one, they are telling me what 1 0 is. So I'm going to put the 4 in the box. Let's do our synthetic here. You better get 0 at the end. And we did. That leaves the 1x squared minus 2x plus 5. Now you have 2 options here. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that's not going to factor. So you can complete the square or you can do your quadratic formula. Because that 2 is even, I'm going to complete the square. I'm going to move the negative 5 over. Half of negative 2 is negative 1. Squared is positive 1. Right-hand side gives me a negative 4. Left-hand side, I can factor. And remember, whatever the half was, that negative 1, always goes in your parentheses. Take the square root of both sides, get x minus 1 over here, I get plus or minus 2i. Move that 1 over, get 1 plus or minus 2i. Oh, and don't forget the 4 we started with, like I just did. Number 16, solve that. Remember, 2 bars, 2 answers. Solve this absolute value equation. Move, first of all, got to move that 3 over first. Sorry, the 5, which gives you 3. And then once your absolute value is isolated, it's asking you, what 2 numbers have absolute value of 3? Well, 3 does, and also negative 3 does. So just move the 2 over. This can give you 5. Move the 2 over there, it gives you negative 1. You can check those if you want to. They're going to work. 17 is less than. So I can take the absolute value away by writing it like this because it was less than. Just add 7 to all 3 sides. And I get 19 over here, and over here I get negative 5. So it's going to look like negative 5 to 19. And there's that one. And the last one is greater. Greater than. So I got to use or. So I'm going to say 3 minus 4x is greater than 10. I can go ahead and do this because the absolute value is already isolated. And 3 minus 4x is less than negative 10. So less than. All right. So let's move the 3, which gives me 7. Now I'm dividing by negative 4. Be careful. You divide by negative, you flip that sign, negative 7/4. Or move this 3 over, get negative 13. Divide by negative 4 again, so you're flipping the sign, 13/4. So I'm getting less than negative 7/4, which is this. And also, or greater than 13/4, which represented this way. If you need a number line, draw a number line if it helps you. You don't have to. I mainly want your answer in interval notation. Hope that helps. That's a lot. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow. Not that hard, though, just a lot. See you then.